And that's all good and well. I have clients where I make a lot of money recurring every month, month after month. But to be honest, I didn't start that way. Hey everybody, this is Nick Ponte from nickponte.com and offlinesharks.com. So today I have a really awesome video for you. It's going to be all about the mistakes that I've made while building my business, making money online, and working with local businesses. And I'm also going to share with you some of the biggest mistakes that I see from people within our Offline Sharks community so that you can hopefully avoid these mistakes and get further along your journey in a much shorter amount of time. Biggest mistake that I see all the time is people doing this one thing, overthinking. So I see people overthinking stuff all the time, almost every single day. And what I mean by this, and I actually have a great example for you from one of our students who I was speaking with just before shooting this video. He was asking me or telling me about his third or fourth logo revision for his business, and to me that's crazy because I know where he's at, right? And he needs to be focusing on other things that bring in money. And if he's focusing on his fourth revision of his logo, which is, taking a few weeks, that is just a total waste of time, right? You don't need to have a perfect logo when you're just getting started. I didn't even have a logo at all. What I did have was an MVP, a minimum viable product. That is all you need to get started. The thing is you can always go back and change your logo later. You don't need to have the perfect logo right out of the gate. You need to focus on other things. Other things are more important, like talking to business owners or people that could use your service. People get caught up overthinking on what their website should look like, what their logo should look like, what their domain should be, when realistically, you just need to pick something and move on. You need to pick something and move on so you can focus on what's really important, which brings me to the next thing that I see people not doing, which is focusing on bringing in the money. So you need to be focusing on the cash flow. You need to get cash flow in first. If you focus on this rather than this, you're going to have an easier, softer ride getting your business going. So what I mean by this and how I do it, a great example is my start. I first sold a website. That was my first service, my first money that I ever made. And it was to a friend. What I did was I found this person that needed a website and I said, hey, I can help you with that. I didn't really know how to build the website at the time, but I figured that there's a lot of information online and I could probably figure out how to do it. I just needed the money and I wanted the money. So what I did was I said, hey, it's gonna be $500. And he paid me $500 and I got the money. That allowed me to get started, right? So if you can focus on getting the cash before creating a website, creating a logo, like I didn't have a website, I didn't have a logo, I didn't have any of that stuff to get started. I was just focusing on finding clients that needed my help. You oftentimes don't need to have a portfolio. If you're going to sell services to people that already know who you are, which are the easiest sell, right? If you don't have any clients or anybody to make money from, all you should be doing right now is going down your list in your contacts of people that could potentially use your help. That's going to be the fastest way to make money because people that know you are much more likely to give you money. So you can go through your phone contacts first, or you can also be prospecting throughout your day whenever you go to the businesses that you frequent. So that's a really important tip. Focus on the cash flow first. Don't focus on all the other things. You could get caught up in doing too many other things and really bringing in the money, which is the most important part. I see people do this all the time. People try to be perfect. Trying to be perfect stops most people from building a business, ever shooting their first video, or starting their Instagram account and posting their first photo, or ever just putting themselves out there, right? When people just get started, they don't like to put themselves out there because they want it to be perfect. Sometimes they have to have this perfect image of the perfect logo, right? All these things kind of flow together, but if you don't have the perfect logo, you're never going to start. One of my friends, who is also a digital marketer, I always see him working on these finite details of rebranding his business, redoing his logo, making new business cards. None of these things actually help him get more money. To get more money, you need to be talking to people who have money, who are willing to give it to you. I totally understand while business cards and having a nice website it has a purpose, a time and a place. But this is more for people that don't have anything going on at all. Don't get caught up in this stuff. Get an MVP going and just take action, right? Take imperfect action. Don't try to take perfect action. See, the best way that you can start is by taking this imperfect action. Because if you try to be perfect all the time, it's just going to slow you down. And a lot of really, really successful people will tell you that they wish they would have started taking imperfect action years before they did, because they would have been where they are at now, or much further than where they are at now, a lot sooner than it took them originally. So try to take that imperfect action, get comfortable taking that imperfect action, because you'll go further faster. The other thing you want to do, and I see people doing, they spend all of their time or max effort doing everything. You want to spend a minimal amount of effort in doing the things that take up the most amount of your time. And what I mean by that is that we live in a pretty incredible time where we can leverage different things around the world through technology to help us get things done quicker, more cost effective, and maybe even better quality. So for example, let's use this example. It takes me, let's say I have a regular job that pays me $15 an hour. You gotta excuse my handwriting, I'm not the best at this. So let's say I have a job that pays me $15 an hour, right? And it takes me 10 hours to build a website. So that's gonna be 150 bucks. That's gonna cost me $150 of my time to build a website. Now, there are people in other parts of the world that are living in areas where the cost of labor is less than where I live. So this is called arbitrage, right? So there are people, let's say in the Philippines, that can do the same service, web design, for $5. They can do the same service for $5 an hour. And if it takes them 10 hours, that cost of that website is only $50. So I'm gonna make or save at least $100 by spending minimal effort, less effort to find this person. If I find this person, rather than me doing this, I'm going to have a system or a way to make more money with my time and make my time go further. And this is just an example. You can do this with any service for the most part. If it's email marketing, social media marketing, or graphic design or website design, it doesn't really matter. If you're doing SEO, same thing. You can find people to help you for less than it would cost you to do. And this is a big part of growing and scaling your business. I'm not gonna talk too much about that in this video. I'm gonna focus more on these mistakes. But if you're spending all your time doing things that take up tons of your time, that's gonna stop you from growing your business and making more money. So you wanna make sure that you are doing the minimal amount of effort and you are taking advantage of all the ways that you can make your time and effort go a lot further. So the next thing that I want to talk about is actually how you should be targeting businesses that already spend money. By targeting businesses that already spend money, you are much more likely to make money from those businesses. If you can find somebody that you've identified as already having an advertising or a marketing budget, then you're much more likely to get the money from them. But if you're prospecting to a business that needs Google ads or SEO or something like that, and they don't have a marketing budget, it's going to be a much more tough of a sale for you to do that. So you want to target businesses that are already spending money, and you can do that in an easy way. It doesn't cost any money. You just have to go online and see what they're doing. Go look at their website. Go see if it looks like a professional built it or if it's like a basic thing that they made at home with Wix. Or you can go on Google and see if they had advertising running. If they have advertising running, then that means that they're already spending money in advertising. That means they have an advertising budget, and you could probably get a piece of that budget if you just come in and you let them know how you can help them in a more cost-effective or better effective strategy or a better way, or you have a better way to bring in more customers for them. If you can do that, you could get a piece of their advertising budget. The other thing that I see people doing is pricing themselves unrealistically. People right out of the gate, for some reason, see other people online or other content creators talking about making $10,000 per month running Facebook ads for people. And that's all good and well. I have clients where I make a lot of money recurring every month, month after month. But to be honest, I didn't start that way. Right out of the gate, like I said, I sold a $500 website. And the reason that I didn't have that high price service right out of the gate is because I didn't know what I was doing. It takes having to go through some of these experiences to be able to have the confidence to ask for these higher priced services. You can shortcut your success with pricing your services and making more money quickly, but oftentimes that's going to take a little startup capital. And what I mean by that is finding like a mentor or somebody that has experience in doing what you want to do. If you can learn from them and pull from their experience or skill set, you could probably charge more money much more quickly. And that's actually what we do within my other company, offlinesharks.com. I'm gonna share that link with you. Offlinesharks.com, that's our company where we teach people how to do what we're doing within my agency and my business partner Tom's agency. We're selling digital marketing services to local businesses. We're doing entrepreneurial type stuff. We're building businesses and passive income streams through different forms of marketing and client work. Now, if you want to shortcut your success with that, you can go check out offlinesharks.com. We have a lot of awesome training, real world strategy for you to take action with that we share from within our businesses. So if you aren't going to do that, what I would suggest that you do is you do some research online. You can find a lot of free information online, and it will help you to get more comfortable and price yourself pretty well out of the gate. But what you want to really do is focus on gaining those experiences. If you can get paid to learn, that would be huge, right? When I was in school, I always sat in class just wondering, like, I wish I could get paid to come to school. For the first time when I started doing this business, I actually felt that and realized that you can get paid to learn. And the way that you get paid to learn is you focus on getting the cash flow, you find someone to give you the money, and this is gonna be for a service you don't even know how to do. So they give you the money, and then you go and you figure out how to fulfill. And that way, you're getting paid to go to school. You're getting paid to learn. Because by the time you're done with whatever you're giving your client, now you walk away with not only the money, but you walk away with the knowledge and experience that you learned while figuring out how to fulfill that service. It's an awesome place, awesome time to be able to figure out how to do stuff and get paid in the process. I love it. I didn't go to college or have a degree in marketing or digital marketing. I didn't do any of that stuff for any of this. My background is I'm an automotive technician. Like, I work on cars for a living. I learned all of this online, buying courses and reading stuff and just being hungry, right? So I encourage you to be hungry. If you're looking to build your business, one of the most important things you can do is be hungry. The last thing, one of the biggest things, and I've kind of touched on it already, I see this all the time and I've struggled with this before. It's when people have a lack of confidence. Having a lack of confidence comes from not having any experience, or not having the knowledge, or not having the information you need to do what you are trying to do. The biggest thing you can do to overcome a lack of confidence is to go through whatever you are struggling with and not confident in, and practice. Because with practice, you will become more confident. For example, if I didn't have confidence in all of this content that I'm talking to you about today, if I didn't have that confidence in what it is, or maybe even making this video, I would probably practice shooting this video, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or even 50 times. However long it took me to get confident, then I would shoot it, and it would be easier because I've practiced, right? Practice, practice, practice makes you much more confident and experienced. And the other thing is that going through these experiences, not overthinking, focusing on getting your cash flow, taking imperfect action will help you become more experienced so that you gain confidence. The only way you're going to gain confidence is by taking action and taking imperfect action and just going through it. You know, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to take that action and keep moving the ball forward, keep the ball moving in play. The more you can do that as somebody who wants to work for themselves, the much easier of a ride you're gonna have in this journey. I think someone once said that being an entrepreneur, it's really about how many times you fail, because the quicker you fail, the more you fail, the sooner you will get the information that you need to be successful. We almost need to just constantly fail all the time to be successful. I mean, I fail all the time, daily, and it's all about persevering, pulling yourself up by the bootstraps, and just keep moving forward. So I hope somebody got something out of this video. This is all stuff that I've experienced at one point or another in my life. Some of it still till this day. If you like this type of video, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna work on putting more content out there. All stuff that I think would be really helpful to people who are trying to build a business, trying to be an entrepreneur, make money from home, quit their job. That's the type of topics that I'm trying to build content around. So if you like that stuff, subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.